let me share with you on the screen then some of the things that we've got. First, I'm going to show you the schedule, and then I'll show you some assignments as well. So this is the beginning of the week then. Today, the day you're watching the video. Read through all of this. I've tried to give you a preview of here's all that's going to come up. Here's the assignments. We're going to do 3 things that are going to be due this week specifically, as far as download and fill out. A personal abilities survey, which I'll explain in a minute. The Nicene Creed at the end of the week, and then spiritual gifts analysis. There are a couple videos. This one, which is important because I'm going to give you instructions here. And then there are, I have yet to do the editing, but there's going to probably end up being 3 spiritual gift lecture videos because of the length. I'm going to try to break those up so they're manageable. You could watch them all in one day if you want, but my goal is to make them manageable. I couldn't do them all in one day. And then finally, there is a forum as we go, and I want to. That's something that's going to be a little bit different, and I'll explain that. So today, you need to download at least the personalities, the personal ability survey, and the spiritual gifts outline notes, and start working through the lecture on that and filling out that form. So I will, right there where it says spiritual gifts lecture video, I'll be uploading that later today. This is Sunday, by the way. Tuesday, then we're going to jump into getting things done. First of all, please watch the video. Tuesday's really a work day. Work on the personal ability survey. Watch the second part of the video if you haven't already. Wednesday, we engage back again. What I want you to do on Wednesday is finish the spiritual gifts lecture if you haven't already, and then submit your notes. You'll notice, you can see my mouse here, the spiritual gifts upload. This basically, once you open it, then it'll take you into whichever group that I've assigned you to, and I've assigned you into my A period, my B period, and Mr. Duncan's C period. Excuse me. So it should funnel you in that direction. That way there's less links on the page. And so that's where you're going to upload your notes. And then the second thing we're going to do is with your personal abilities survey, I'm going to try to do the small group thing with you. I got a tickle in my throat. Excuse me. I just had a bunch of Fritos for lunch, and now they're starting to tickle my throat. Let me share something else with you here then. That the personal ability survey looks a lot like this. This is going to be the PDF version of it. And so what I'm asking you to do on this is to identify 3 things that you are good at that you would like to improve on. I'm not looking necessarily for something new, but things that you already are involved in that you like to get better at. It could be a sport. It could be a musical instrument. It could be in a class. It could be in leadership, like in student life, that sort of thing. And I want you to identify them in these boxes. Taking those 3 areas, and then we're going to work through it. In the areas listed above, list specific characteristics of what excellence looks like. So if my excellence area number 1 was, if my area up here was piano, then excellence area number 1 is piano. So what does excellence look like in playing the piano? Or what does excellence look like in playing basketball, or in leadership in whatever area you are in? So you do that in this area. Then you move on to the next area. Name at least 1 person that you can think of that demonstrates excellence in what they do. It could be a professional athlete, a musician, a teacher, pastor, missionary, artist, whatever. You don't have to know them, but who can be kind of a model of excellence. And then again, area 1, if my area 1 was piano, in the first one, and I talked about how, I could play Malagueña, or whatever it is, whatever my view of masterpiece is. The third, this right here then is, who is somebody that I can aspire to be like? And so maybe, I don't know if you guys remember a guy named Matthew Chow. He would be a junior this year. Phenomenal piano player. Maybe I would put Matthew Chow in there because he was just amazing at the piano. Or Kobe Bryant, or what for basketball, or what have you. And then on the next page, what are some specific ways that you can do in order to improve your area of excellence or become more excellent? And so list some things that you could do. to become more excellent in each of those areas. So I could practice my piano a half hour a day. I could go shoot 53 free throws a day. I could, get a leadership mentor or whatever. And then the fourth area, or this last area on page 2, I think it's the last area. Yep. Is who are people that can help you in these areas? So, so area number 1, if it's piano for me, then who can help me? So maybe I could think of a piano teacher that I can get. And then I would tell you how that person could help me. So when I was coming out of high school, going into college, went to Bible college, I had an ambition. I played the piano all my life. I'm not a great classical piano player, more of the worship guy, play by ear. But I wanted to play this song named Malagueña because it's one of my favorite songs. But it was a little bit above my technical ability and definitely above my discipline level. And so I took lessons from Lisa Beatty, who at that time was in charge of the music program at Emmaus Bible College. And so I would write Lisa Beatty there, and how can she help me? She can help me by keeping me accountable to learn this piece. So by the end of first semester of my my freshman year of Bible college, I was able to master Malagueña and play it. Today, that's probably the height of my piano playing abilities as far as classical music goes. And that was like 25 years ago. Anyhow, but you'll do that for each one of these areas. You get the idea with that. And so what you're going to do then is you're going to, actually I got to switch all my sharing around now. You're going to then, I lost it. Here we go. You're going to turn that in this purple area here, where you're going to create your own submission. So when you go in here, create your own submission by clicking on add a new discussion topic. And then what I want you to do is write down the 3 areas that you're going to seek excellence in, or that your abilities. So maybe piano playing, basketball, and leadership, ministry leadership. Those are your 3. Okay. So I want you to write, your submission is, here are my 3 areas. And then you're going to attach your filled out and saved personal ability survey. Okay. And then what I need you to do, and this is going to take a couple of days to do this, is to check back in it, but I want you to go back and comment on the people in your small group that Mr. Duncan and I assigned before our big break. And so in my class, we had just gotten new small groups based on 5 people generally in most groups. I think my A period had a group of 4 or 3. Find those people, and I want you to make a constructive comment about how they could, an area that they could, an idea of how they could improve in one of those areas, or how you have seen them be excellent or do well in one of those areas. And then Mr. Duncan and I will grade you on your submission, uploading your document, and then you commenting on those people in your small group. So if you've got 5 people in your small group, okay, you're 1, but that means you need to comment on 4 other people. And so that's what we're going to do with that particular Dilly Bopper. And so make sure you do that. That's on Wednesday. It's going to take you a couple of days to do that. And so if you haven't, again, continue to work on that. Thursday's focus is going to be on the Nicene Creed. I'll do a 1-minute kind of setup of the second section of the Nicene Creed for you. I'll make it a lot shorter than the last video. And so you're going to do the Nicene Creed, do the Bible study, and you're going to upload that as well. Again, I don't have anything specific scheduled on Good Friday. I might throw a devotion or a video of some sort on there just for your inspiration, but nothing assigned that day. I will close all of the assignments on Saturday afternoon. And so you've got to make sure you get them all put in by Saturday afternoon. Or if you go back and you realize, oh, I missed this, or so-and-so hadn't posted their ability survey, so I hadn't been able to comment on it yet, and now they did. So you got all the way through Saturday afternoon to do that. So that's what we're looking at as we go through this week. Mr. Duncan and I are working on getting grades in. This is a whole new paradigm for us. If you are in my classes, I like to grade things immediately and get them turned back because I'm slow at doing it on my own. So I'm slowly working through this process while I'm getting this week online and doing making masks and doing all this other stuff. So anyhow, working through your spiritual gifts this week, starting with the personal ability survey. You've got that's first. You do that first. And then you start the lectures. It's designed to go in that order. So you can get into the form actually before Wednesday, I think is when I put it on there. But you can get in there before that so you can get started on it. But it starts with that survey because that gets you thinking about that. Then you get into the lecture. And then out of the lecture is going to come an assignment that's going to be due next week. So 2 things right now I'm going to tell you that is due next week. Yes, actually even 3 if I can remember. But the first one will be then the spiritual gifts results, and you'll see that when you get to the end of the lecture. The second one is you should by next week have your church's statement of faith identified and downloaded, printed, copied, have emailed them, and they send it back to you or whatever. So next week, early in the week, we're going to do that. And then there'll be another Nicene Creed on the next section of the Nicene Creed. So there you go. Have a great week. Hope it's all explained there. We will have a help session on Tuesday around noon, same time essentially as last week, and possibly Wednesday. They're going to change a little bit because it's a shorter week, and I need to get my Godly Men and spiritual formation live sessions in as well. So have a great week. I hope this stuff it just kind of captures your mind and your spirit. And I hope that you're reminded this week just of the great sacrifice of love Christ made for you. Have a good one.